I ascended to the fifth dimension. I was given instructions that I was supposed to tell you that. Yeah, I've been holding back. And you couldn't have understood what I was doing. You couldn't have understood why I was changing. You probably didn't even understand what was happening in the world, but I did. And I am sorry about that because I held back. I talked about this before where I was the reluctant mystic. And I can no longer be reluctant because I know where the world is going. I know how challenging it will be for people if they don't have the work that I have. I had a challenging life. Many of you probably have known that, but it was all healed, and it was healed from the work that I did. So I know what can happen for others. We live in our consciousness. The world does too, and that's the consciousness that we're attempting to shift. This is why it's chaotic. You can go and study science and different sort of periodicals or talk to other people and they can explain it in a scientific way. I received it all intuitively. That's what happened, but that was the part that I hid because being mystic, we tend to do that. But we also have gone through challenges in our lives to understand what it's like to suffer, what it's like to be in fear, what it's like to not know who you are. I wrote it all down. I did it every day. But what I didn't do is change the price. I didn't honor that part because that was my clever way of not allowing more people to have it, of not allowing myself to be exposed. But I can't do that anymore. I'm going to change it. When I said, and you people may not be the right ones for this, but that you'll make that decision. But I said I'm going to give certain people the opportunity to come in the program now and really transform their lives in a year just for the one run price. The reason I'm doing that is because I know that I need to devote my time next year to developing this further. I have information that could change your life on any number of ways or any subject because I've lived them all. You can't imagine the things that I've moved through in my life, and I've done it with with the work every single day that I downloaded. And this is what I'm going to leave with the world. I'm not going to live forever. And so I don't have that much time to get this done. None of us do. And so, but I'm going to get on with it. And I'm not going to convince anybody to do this because it's challenging to tell you how you feel afterwards, because you won't understand it. You get to this different level of awareness. That's the consciousness. That's what the fifth dimension is. It's not a place. It's an awareness where you know your worth in the world. You know exactly why you're here, and that's what I know now. That's why I had to change. I could no longer hide that because I see too many people suffering. I see people going around trying to do things that's not right for them. They're not prospering. I see them staying in relationships that are really terrible. I see them suffering financially because I did that to myself. If I don't tell you what I have, then I'm going to suffer because that's the energy of money. When you connect to who you are, it flows easily. And I was blocking it because my introverted self did not want you to know. I know that's challenging for people to understand that, but that's exactly it. And if you study the characteristics of people like me, you'll see it's not any different. Many of us on the earth now know what is occurring. We know we need to add more light and love into the world, and the only way we do that is when we decide to get ourselves to let go of all our stuff. That's all. I did that for years. I did it for more 40 years. I've worked on this. So I know what it's worth. And to hear, which was painful, that I ignored, hear these people talking about how it changed their life and I'm still charging this rate, that doesn't make sense because we need to change the whole wealth and income inequality that's in our world. I know that when I'm going to do with my money is make a difference for others. I know that people who would take my program would do the same thing, but you can't do that unless you work on uncovering who you are, allowing that energy to flow, and that's what I'm going to do. So I just wanted to give you this, and if you come to the talks that I'm going to do this week, you might understand more, but still take the program that if there's spaces available, please get it, because I'm guaranteeing that if you do, your life will change. It just has to. There's nothing that you have that I can't guide you through. The program can't guide it. There's nothing. I've done it all. So almost dying several times, moving through sort of failures, disasters, moving through illnesses. I mean, all kinds of things. I did that. And that's the life that I had. And the thing that I had to get rid of finally, because this is all programming, my inability to receive. That's really what it was. I've given so much to everyone, and I love that part of my nature, but it's not what the world needs now. It needs me to be more present, and that's starting to happen. People are now asking me to speak and do different things, so I know it's going to go up, but I want you folks to have the opportunity to do it now. It's going to be challenging for the next several months in our world. You've seen it, and if you're just not watching the news or seeing anything that's going on, but you probably wouldn't have to do that. You just feel some energy in the world that feels different to you. You might have felt it over the holidays. We are transcending into a much better world if we decide to transcend ourselves, and that's what I'm doing. All right, so check it out. Please come to the talks this week. But get the program. I'm telling you, it's going to change. It's guaranteed. You got nothing to lose. And it's payment plans. Give me a break. You have it. Okay.